Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand Chart Show. It's the show where we count down every Saturday morning the Manchester United top 10 players of the week. We've got 2 new entries, we've got climbers, we've got droppers. We've also got people who deserve notable absentees, I would call them. I've got Ricky banging on my door saying, "Where's Juan Mattock? He's superb." For 1, he's not in the top 10, Ricky. And for 2, I don't live with Flex. But let's start off with... let me just say, Juan Mata didn't quite make it. Dan James didn't quite make it. But the one who I feel a little bit bad for was Scott McTominay. It's like a brand new album that's clearly going to climb the charts over the coming weeks, but didn't quite get enough votes this week, McTominay, and that shows you the quality of the players that have made it. So watch out for McTominay maybe next week now that he's back. I think he will be a climber into the top 10. It's where he belongs. But Ighalo in at number 10, and look, I like the music link in the top 10 shows. I don't know what I'm doing that for, but I do like the music link. I used to love Top of the Pops, and I think we've found something here with the United Stand top 10 that's going to be really exciting every week there are United games. And look, I've heard that some United fans, United players are watching this already. They want to be in the top 10. Is it coincidence that we started doing a top 10 show and suddenly lots of United players are doing well? It is a coincidence, by the way. But in at number 10, it is Ighalo. Ighalo gets in, and this is a bit like an Elton John charity single, I must admit. I'm not saying that Ighalo is a charity case or anything like that. I'm more saying that in a normal week, Ighalo probably wouldn't get in, McTominay would, but this is a player that's helped Manchester United. You know, he's helping us. We're the charity because Martial's injured, Rashford's injured, Greenwood's very young. So who would have played up front against Club Brugge? And this is why we brought Ighalo in. And yeah, for me, and some people disagree with me about this, I still think Ighalo doesn't look totally match fit, which is fine. He's going to take a little bit of time to get, "Don't you need some time on your own?" That's like a copy between Guns N' Roses and Oasis. Oasis sing Guns N' Roses. "Don't you need... knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh yeah." Don't do that again. I will do. It's in my head now. This is what happens when it's unscripted. So, Ighalo gets in because he played well. He scored his goal. He played the 90 minutes. And I think he's going to get better and better for us. So, Ighalo in at number 10 for me. Big shout out for him. Number 9, Mason Greenwood. Funnily enough, I was just talking from one striker to another. Mason Greenwood definitely gets in as a new entry this week because the goal he scored against Watford, and let's not forget, when comparing Club Brugge, because there's been 2 games this week that we do take it. How the chart show works is if you were number 1 last week and you didn't play this week, doesn't mean you're going to drop out the top 10. We do it gradually that they drop out. We'll still take note of your result from last week. So you get a bit of percentage of your score from last week, but a large percentage for this week. And actually, from the 2 games we've had, Club Brugge and Watford, I think more weight has to go on the Watford result because Club Brugge were down to 10 men and Watford are better. So Greenwood didn't play that well against Club Brugge, did he? I mean, I think he got an assist. Did he get an assist? He nearly got an assist. He did well, but the Watford game, brilliant, absolutely superb. So that's why Mason Greenwood enters this week for the Watford performance. And what a goal it was. And we must stop calling him the new Robin van Persie because at 18 years of age, Robin van Persie had scored no goals where did he start his career? Somewhere in Holland. Mason Greenwood has got one of the best goals to minute ratios, as I said last night, in the Premier League. So look, he's the new Mason Greenwood. He's not the new Robin van Persie. He's the original Mason Greenwood. At number 8, for the 3rd week in a row, it's Captain Harry Maguire. So Harry Maguire, he's not dropping, he's not climbing. He's in at number 8. Harry Maguire, the captain. 2 clean sheets. Again, probably needs a rest, Harry Maguire. Probably needs a rest. He's probably got bigger bags under his eyes than me. Could go shopping with mine. But Harry Maguire's looking a bit tired as well. So I think he needs a rest. But yeah, Harry Maguire totally deserves to hold on to his spot at number 8. Not much more to say about that. Looked a little bit clumsy against Bruges. He's skirting the line of red cards, to be honest with you. He should have been sent off against Chelsea. He could have been sent off against Club Bruges. But United keep keeping clean sheets. He's the captain of the team that's doing well at the moment. And it's good to see your captain in the top 10. Number 7, Ricky. Ricky, we're having a party. Get the old brew in because it's a climber. Juan Mata, not really. Nemanja Mattock is up to 7 from last week, number 9. Nemanja Mattock is superb. Let's drop Fred. Let's drop Bruno and just play Mattock. Let's just play 9 aside. Let's just put 9 players out against Everton. Rest Fred, rest Bruno, and just play Mattock. That makes 10. Let's drop Wan-Bissaka as well. But Mattock, look, Mattock played against Watford. He didn't play against Club Brugge. But I tell you what, I'm giving Mattock a bit of love because I think Mattock has been a massive part of our success over the last month. Some people would still say we're a bit defensive, but I think with Mattock you become defensive. But he's done a good job. Will this be the high point for Mattock though? McTominay's back. Pogba's coming back soon. Where will Mattock fit in over the next month, or will he continue to be a mainstay of the United side? Let's not forget, Manchester United used to play a 4-3-3 with Mattock holding on his own. Could we go back to that when Pogba comes back? Does Ollie remember that? Just hold that thought for a moment or two, because who knows what will happen with that. Number 6 is David De Gea. I think David De Gea last week he's climbed one. David De Gea, well, this is controversial. David De Gea has climbed from 7 to 6 because the reason it is because I think the whole point of the top 10 is not to be Arsenalist. Like, I don't want to be, he had a good game this week, so let's put him up to number 10. The way the United Stand chart show works, as I said, is yes, the performances in the week do contribute to your positioning in the chart, but also you've got to take into account weeks previous as well, and that's what we're doing with David De Gea. It's another clean sheet, and that stability of David De Gea is really, really important. And look, you know what? New entries come in, but good songs stay in the top 10. I remember Bryan Adams. Love is all... It's the wrong song. Everything I do, I do it for you. Liam Gallagher sings the hits. So, that was in the charts for bloody ages, months, because it was a good song. So, David De Gea in at number 6. No worries about that. Number 5. Now, this is controversial, but what I would say is, like a good song, it can drop. And Wan-Bissaka, who has been number 2 for 2 weeks in a row, has dropped to number 5. This is nothing to do with the quality of tune that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is singing. You're singing a good song, Aaron. The problem is the 4 people above you are singing better songs that people like more at this time. So look, if you're in the top 5 in Manchester United, in the United chart show every week, the United Stand chart show, that's very, very good. Very, very good. So well done, Wan-Bissaka. You've dropped a few spots. You've not dropped for bad performances. Don't worry. You can move up again, but you didn't get any assists. And I think you've just been good. I think others have been better. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know why I'm justifying it. 5 is still good. Go and get a hat-trick against Everton and you'll be number 1 next week. That's how it works. Imagine if you did. Up to number 4 from number 5, it's Luke Shaw. Now, look, this will be controversial. This is like an Erasure song. Remember that? Let me try and get. This is like a Coldplay track. Some people will love it. Some people will think it's absolutely rubbish. But Luke deserves this spot. He's played very well against Watford. Played very well against Club Brugge. Again, 2 90-minute games. What more can the boy do? What more can he do? He's doing really well. He's doing really well. I will try to fix you. Liam does the Coldplay. But look, he's doing really, really well. And I get that people don't rate him, rants, but he has done very well defensively, going forward, staying fit, playing 90 minutes. I think he totally deserves the number 4 spot, so well done to Luke Shaw. He's moving up to number 4. Can he go higher than that? Very hard to go higher than number 4 for a defender. Can Luke Shaw go higher? Wan-Bissaka was number 2 for a couple of weeks, and he's not anymore. Number 3, Anthony Martial. Didn't play last night, but remember, you don't have to play in both games to get a good rank in the top 10. The Watford game was more important. Anthony Martial last week was number 3. He's held on to number 3 again. And the reason he's held it on is last week he went in at number 3 because he scored that goal against Bruges and he got the header against Chelsea, which was fantastic. Don't think he played superbly well in those games. Don't think he had loads of chances in those games. Against Watford last weekend, him and Bruno linked up superbly well. They were exciting. They should have had more goals than they did. But his goal was magnificent. It was world class. Again, it was like the Chelsea goal, but with his feet and not with his head. So, very, very good goal for Anthony Martial. And Anthony Martial holds on to number 3. So, who will be number 1 this week? Fred's been number 1 for the last 2 weeks. Can he make it 3 weeks? And there is a player that people have probably figured out that's not been mentioned yet. Well, will he be going in at number 2 or will he go in at number 1? I can tell you Bruno Fernandes has risen. He's risen 2 spots to number 2, which means Fred will be number 1, but we're talking about Bruno. Look, if anybody's going to topple Fred next week, next week it could be Bruno Fernandes. He's gone in at 7, he's gone up to number 4, and now he's gone up again to number 2. He's like a song that goes into the charts and gradually works its way up because it's a quality song, an absolutely quality song. It's like Ordinary World by Duran Duran, or let me think of a really good song that everybody likes that did really, really well. I can't think of one, and we're doing a chart show because it's just so controversial, isn't it? Wonderwall, that was Liam doing Oasis, but Bruno Fernandes has been fantastic. He has been fantastic. Goals, assists, the focal point. I can hear people saying he should be number 1. It's an injustice. He should be number 1. It's like Mr. Blobby when he got Christmas number 1 instead of Babe by Take That. Babe, I'm back again. I'm back again. That's Oasis doing Babe by Take That. That's the last one I'm doing. But Bruno Fernandes has been great for Manchester United, hasn't he? He really has been great. And I really think he probably will be number 1 next week, but he's not number 1 this week, and he's been kept off that number 1 spot because Fred has kept it for 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks at number 1 is pretty good as far as comparatively in the top of the pops things used to be. It's got a long way to go to get to Bryan Adams and Love Is All Around You and all that by Wet Wet Wet, but 3 weeks at number 1 is no mean feat, especially for a holding midfielder, box-to-box midfielder. So Fred, it just shows you how well he's doing because Bruno probably should have it. But Fred's performance against Watford, again, was very, very good. And then last night, or the night before against Club Brugge, he scored 2 goals. And I think he got an assist as well. His overall performance was good. I just think Fred is ridiculously consistent, ridiculously good quality. And we all love Fred at the moment. We love you, yeah. That's the worst one of the lot. But no, that was the Beatles. But sang by a crap Liam. But Fred number 1. Fred number 1 for 3 weeks in a row. And I don't think he can be budged. I love doing the chart show. I hope you love watching the chart show. And I want to see movement and I want it to be fair. I couldn't shift Fred. I just couldn't shift him off number 1. Can he make it 4 weeks in a row? We'll see next week. But get your predictions in the comments. Get your thoughts in the comments. Do you think someone should have been higher? Somebody should have been lower? Somebody should have been in there? Should Bruno have been number 1? It was close, but Fred has held him off. And the great thing is Fred and Bruno are good friends. So, and I know that Bruno watches the United chart show. I don't really. But maybe you can do it next week, Bruno. Go out. Wow. Everton and Derby. A lot of the weight in the chart show next week will be based on the Everton game because it's the bigger game. Go and do it, boys. Go and do it. But I tell you what, Fred's going to take some shifting. He really, really is. He really is. And I'm sure McTominay might be having a say in getting in there next week as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. I hope you enjoy the show as much as I enjoy doing it every week. It's something a bit different, but something really serious. There's a serious element to this. We're ranking United players from 10 to 1. And it's not a joke. If you are number 1 at the moment, or you are number 2, or you're in the top 5, it's because you're doing really, really well. And look, you're getting the focus for it. So well done, lads. Let's see what happens next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone else watching. Smash a like on the video if you enjoy it, and I'll see you all soon.